So it is March 26th, 2022, and I'm going to give my audience a small tour of the cumulative collection of Martinelli's bottles that I started to most recently, the last two visits that my sister had done to our local dollar store. I have about six empty ones that eventually I'm going to keep, rinse them out, dry them, then keep them in like a few box a few boxes will be my goal to fill up possibly. And then, who knows, maybe one day if I get an apartment somewhere else with someone, the girl would want to have them around the house with, flowers in them or something. Because the way they look like nice decorative pieces and they're worth the price. I only pay $1 for each bottle of Martinelli's. And when, it could be used as a nice decorative piece, you know, uh, when I put them like on the, you know, my mother's shelving over here, you can see what I'm talking about with the labels still intact on them, letting them decide possibly in the future if they ever want to remove that, if they don't get removed incidentally when I rinse them out. See, okay. So another one. So it's like, anyways, ow. Yeah, they would look nice, to set up, her and her girlfriends. Chances are she would have close girlfriends or something still, and then like I would have maybe a couple boxes eventually. Hopefully, if I'll have to kind of like put it out of sight because I don't want to cause concern with my mother having to be like, I don't want that stuff over there in the corner of the room. It looks like a mess or whatever, So I'll have to like only keep a few boxes at a time, and then I'll just, if I have to put them in the recycling, I'll have to, temporary. I'm a frequent customer of that product, and if they ever happen to end the sales at our local dollar store for these items, hopefully that won't happen because they probably restock them. I don't know if there's a local Martinelli's distributor around here or anything. Could be, but I would have to order cases of them for myself anyways, because I find the carbonation when I drank these beverages here, the carbonation just, it behaves like kind of like a tool, you know. And this morning when I was drinking one, when I woke up, I was thinking of when I was in high school, I was in my friend's car and he had a CD of the band's Tool with the Alex Gray artwork on it. And I was thinking to myself, it would be kind of like copyright infringement, possibly not, but it would be like, whatever. It was just that, oh yeah, this is what it was. You know how some people, they'll hear something on TV and then someone else will say, "Oh, you're saying that you thought you came up with that idea, but that was already said on television like 100 times. You just don't remember," or something like that. I know that I was able to draw the connection to not a false memory of my friend having the a CD album for the band Tool, and drawing that connection where someone would probably be like, "Oh yeah, because your friend had the Tool CD in his car," and or there was already something other than what a tool is or represents as a tool um, directly. You know, this is more of an indirect type of association with what I was saying. It's kind of like a tool. You know, the carbonation in these Martinelli's drinks actually opens up the esophagus and allows me to burp. Acid reflux. Oh wow. So yeah, that's why again in the morning if I it helps. It helps clear the mucus and stuff like that. So oh god, I have to plug this in unplugged. All right. So I came up with that type of thing, that type of idea. I was also thinking the future, it would be interesting to create like, if a staircase, like a small scale spiral staircase pressed with these like bottles, like, if they're able to be melted down into, you know, like a thick glass step for a small scale, spiral staircase. If I was living with, this girl I grew up with, possibly because of so many years that, the history is important in that type of thing. You see what I'm saying? I just wouldn't be able to really, you know, come up. I don't know yet if I'd be able to do that with someone else necessarily. That idea, I don't know, because it has to do with. Or wait, you know what? Hold on a sec. The Playboy Mansion. The Playboy Mansion could use something like that too, or my mansion in the future. Who knows? You see what I'm saying? Okay, good. So yeah, there would be either that as a start, or we would, you know, have our own little mansion going on.